Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Steady Eddie live show. Yogi Bear, hello. Gorilla in Manila, here, proud subscriber to both Eddie's channels. Cheers for that, mate. Thank you for that. Okay, so I've got 20 people in the chat. Anyway, I've succumbed. My first one needed a nice little bit of Caroline Monroe. Nice bit of Caroline Monroe tonight, Lamb's Navy rum. I will get a green screen. Sort of. Did you see that? No hand. I've done that with no hand. Whatever. I will get a green screen sorted out before long. Matthew Cartwright, good evening. Hypocritical reject. Nice to hear from you. Okay, so I'm not going to bang on about Asda too much. On this, because anyone who watched the other live stream, I said me piece about them, except to say that I think I'm done with them. You just can't rely on them. A lot of the stuff that you ordered doesn't turn up. They do tell you about it and they charge you less because of it. But where's my coffee? I ordered a 200-gram jar of coffee and it's not here yet. I have messaged them about it. Where the hell is it? They haven't phoned me anything. It's my coffee has gone down the Swanee River. Jesus Christ. Asda. Oh, my God almighty. Not impressed with them. I don't know the script with supermarkets right now. Apparently, a lot of supermarkets are having problems, getting deliveries and all this. I don't know what's happening. All as I know is that, I may have to go back to the old way. Shopping in Co-op or wherever. Anyway, Ty Billy Boy, hello. Tinks, please have a wee drink in this life. Okay, well, I'm having a little bit of rum. In case I'll just recap on what I was saying in the other one, in the other stream. I'm giving up beer and I'm giving up wine, which is both of which have got massive amounts of calories. And I'm just going to have a little bit of rum and a little bit of whiskey and maybe a bit of gin. That's another thing that Asda didn't produce the other day. But I may even phase that out again. We'll see what happens anyway. Healthy eating and healthy drinking is on the menu. David Coleman, what the hell is going on, Eddie? What the hell are you talking about? The background or whatever? Nice to hear from you, David. Anyway. Life Utopia. When are we starting the live caller phone? We'll see about that. We'll have to see about that. I would like to do that. I've got StreamYards here, so there's nothing stopping guests from coming on. Nothing stopping them from coming on. We'll see about it. Well, we'll see what happens anyway. We'll see what happens. It's early days. I wasn't really planning this stream. It's just that. I'm jet lagged. I've just come back from abroad, and I really need to get my act together. And this stream, this is the first live stream I've done on this channel in quite a while. So it's just a way of saying hello to everybody. And but what I will say with this channel, this is the channel now I'm back in the UK that I really want to develop, and I do want to do regular live streams, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday evening. 10 p.m. UK time. Now, I put out a poll, didn't I, about what would be a good time, 8, 9, or 10. And as soon as I put that out, 9 p.m. was the one that was winning. But then it was overtaken by 10 p.m. So the consensus is that I should keep it to 10 p.m. at night, UK time. So, but I'll be working on those live streams. But we will get we had a great little community on this channel last time we were doing it. And it will return. It will return from Monday the 13th, Tuesday, Thursday. If I could do four nights in a row, I would do. But 4 nights in a row. But Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, 10 o'clock in the evening, the Steady Eddie live channel, and there's lots to talk about. There's lots going on in the world. Let's see now. Okay, where are we now? Okay. There we go. Okay. Wildcat 66. Nice to hear from you. Simon Ice 41, are we in a parallel universe? Not quite. Well, sometimes you think that you are, to be honest with you. Things, Eddie, I think they all have the same probs. David Coleman, food have really gone up in Toronto. Really? Well, I can't speak on behalf of I can't speak on behalf of Toronto, but I haven't been to a supermarket, but I've heard that a lot of the shelves are not stacked. A lot of the shelves are half empty. And I've had one as the delivery up to now, and it was a bloody colossal disaster. So where's my jar of coffee? Ty Billy Boy, I never took supermarket deliveries. I always think they would give you the sell by date stuff. Yeah, that's what I think as well. Actually, I've ordered a lot of fruit from there, and the fruit's been all right, and the fruit's been all right. But it's they just haven't got. Where's all the bottles of flavored water that I ordered? Where's the bottle of gin that I ordered? Where is my coffee? They didn't say that they cancel the coffee. It just hasn't turned up. David Coleman, you can't go halfway on drinking. It will not work. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm an omnivorous drinker. I drink anything and everything. But I'm knocking the beer, the wine on the head simply because it's a massive amount of calories and it becomes meaningless after a while. I'm still going to have a nice little glass of rum or whatever's going. But I may even phase that up. We'll see about that. We'll see. The way I see it, beer, wine, and spirits, if I can knock 2 out of 3 on the head, then, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. It's a start. Let's see. Wildcat 66. Live calls are getting very popular on streams now. I'll have to get the right machine to do that. But it would be good. Like I say, give it a little bit of time to sort things out. It'll take a while to sort stuff out because I've got a fair bit going on right now. But yeah, that'll be good. I think a lot of people would enjoy that. Tinks, 10 p.m. for deaths. Yeah, okay, that was the winner. Martin Ryder, 10 p.m. too late. It's red wine o'clock. Okay. David Coleman, Yogi, he's dating a Filipino woman. And so, good for you, mate. Good for you. Seamus Doherty. I met Seamus when I was out in Pattaya. Hi, Eddie. What's your honest opinion on Thai food? I don't like as much as other people. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of Thai food. Really. I mean, I had an expensive pad Thai in a cafe restaurant in Koh Larn. And for the 180 baht that I paid for it, it wasn't a rocket to the moon. I quite like the Thai red curry. I do like that. That's quite nice. But I prefer Chinese food. Chinese food is better. I'm not a big fan of Thai food, to be honest with you. Got to be honest. Thai Billy Boy, did you pay for the missing shopping ad? Well, I paid for that 200-gram jar of coffee, £6.25, I think it was. Where is it? I have messaged us there, but the bastards still haven't shown up with it. Martin Ryder, you just can't stop drinking like that. I've got a history of doing things that people told me I can't do. The beer, especially drinking the beer in Thailand recently, it just becomes meaningless. And what I've got to say is that I've had plenty of time to think about it. It's the absurdity. I drink a lot at home. I'm one can after another, and it was just getting ridiculous. The amount of beer cans and bottles that I was taking out into the bins every few days. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Healthy eating is on the menu. It's healthy eating and healthy drinking is on the menu. It really, really is. Rudolph Jacobs. Hey, Eddie, the only thing you have to listen to is your body, not to other people. But my body doesn't make that many noises. But yeah, I know what you mean, Rudolph. Yeah, exactly. Cheers, mate. Martin Ryder, 40 baht pad Thai in the Koh San Road is the best. Well, I don't eat that much. I mean, to me, a pad Thai isn't the whole meal. I think the reason I opted for that pad Thai in that cafe in Koh Larn was that there was not all the other stuff was very, very expensive. And I thought I may as well just have a go with that. And I wasn't really that impressed. It was okay. David Walters, nice to hear from you. Graham Johnson, nice to hear from you. Thai red and green curries are very good. Yeah, yeah. I like the red curry. I do like that. I do like that. You know, a nice red curry with rice and with maybe a few fries thrown in there. Very nice. Lester Bangs, replace red wine with beetroot, you said. It'll work once for your blood pressure and your waistline. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. As far as drinking is concerned, there's only one drink that the body needs, and that's water. That is all it needs is water. I mean, you can, 70% of your body is water. I mean, I always find that strange. I mean, you would have thought that we'd squelch, we'd make a squelching noise whenever we walk. But, I can't just drink water all the time. I'm still going to have a little bit of, rum or whiskey or gin late at night. Because when you're sitting there, when you're sitting there, watching a movie, and you want to enjoy that movie for a couple of hours, I don't see how you could enjoy that movie without having a bit of a comfort drink besides it. I really, really don't. But what would be interesting, really, is what kind of drinks could you drink, simply for having a drink there? Replace red wine with beetroot juice. Sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds good. That's interesting. I haven't got any beetroot, but I think I'll start ordering things like beetroot and olives as well. I should have ordered olives from Asda the other day, but I haven't said that. They probably wouldn't bloody turn up anyway. Let's see, Martin Ryder. It's okay if you follow government guidelines of 24 units a day. I mean, people lie. Even some, when the doctor says how much do you drink. I mean, I know a woman who was seriously ill, and we had this conversation about, what do you think of when doctors tell you should only drink this much? And she said, well, you lie, don't you? Because people go home and they like a drink. That's the way it is, really. But the big challenge is going to be when I'm watching a TV of an even time, a relaxed mode. How you could not have any kind of drink beside. You've got to have something beside you. Let's see. Tinks, my granny had one glass of red wine every night. 95 and she kicked the bucket and still had their faculties about it. Okay, that sounds good. See, the problem is with me. Once I have a glass of red wine, I have to have the whole bottle. I can't just have one glass of red wine. It just doesn't work for me. Teddy Jones says Pad Kapow. I don't even know what that says like. Far Away John, a channel you met in Phnom Penh has stopped drinking for 20 days and he's doing very well. A channel you met in, is that Ricky that you're talking about? Big Shot Travel? Is that Ricky or is it Ben? What's his name? Street Life Asia. I haven't caught up on that just yet. Martin Ryder, the Italians live the longest and they drink one bottle a day. Yeah, I mean, wine is probably not necessarily bad for it. It's just it's the calories. If you get a pint of beer and a glass of wine next to each other, it's easy to think, well, the beer is the one with the most calories because it's physically much bigger. No, the wine's the worst one. The wine has got tons of calories. It really, really has. David Coleman, I have a glass of red wine every day. It helps me go to the bathroom. Well, I love wine. But it's a no-no for me. Brentel, nice to hear from you, Brentel. How's it going? Good for you, Eddie. All right, cheers, mate. Nice to hear from you. Rudolph Jacobs, I'm on the carnivore diet. I've never heard of that one. I already lost 14 kilo. You eating other animals or something? What is that? Seamus Doherty, do you like Guinness? Yeah, I love Guinness, but it's not good. Lots of calories. Let's see. David Coleman, my doctor wants me to go on a Mediterranean diet. I can't do it. I can't do it. What is a Mediterranean diet? Is that what is that? Is that fish and salad and all that? No, that wouldn't work with me. Smashed. All about moderation, Ed. Can still enjoy a drink or two. Just cutting back a little is a good start. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I'm enjoying this glass of Lamb's Navy right now. That's nice. Far away, John. Ben Street Life Asia. Okay, well, good for him. He seems like a decent enough lad. He seemed pleasant enough lad. Gorilla in Manila. Currently drinking Thatcher's Cloudy Lemon Cider. Very refreshing. That sounds nice. What do you think about healthy drinks? I mean, in terms of actually drinks that I can have beside me when I'm watching a movie on Netflix. Would you recommend? I've got lemons. I've got lemons. Could I squeeze lemon into water? Mix the lemon in there. Would that be a nice drink to have? I have been enjoying. I mean, the last couple of days, I've got my blender out and I put a nice big carrot in there, a lemon, and some small oranges, clementines or whatever they are, and I mixed that up, and that's been really, really tasty. That's damn good for you. I've really enjoyed. That's a nice drink, and I've also got apples. I mean, water, mix it with apples, and make my own apple juice. I've got to work on these things. I'll crack it. I'll do it. Lester Bangs. It's just a way to warn about the beetroot juice said. It'll turn your pee pink. Don't think you're bleeding, okay? Beetroot is supposed to be very good for you. So I will be eating healthier things. I will be eating healthier things. Ben Leno, I'm still here. Just got back from Tree Town. Birds all old. Tree Town, that's one place in Pattaya I never really go to. Martin Ryder, I found a can of Guinness down the back of the sofa yesterday for last year's St. Patrick's Day. I don't know what to make of that one, but it's cheers anyway. Yeah, Martin Ryder, gin and lemon. Okay, now you're talking. How about whiskey and lemon? I've got whiskey and I've got lemon. Would whiskey and lemon, would that be a nice drink? How about a hot toddy? A hot toddy, well, that includes lemon and whiskey, doesn't it? Seamus Doherty, what about a simple cup of tea? No, I never drink it. Never liked tea. I drink coffee. Coffee's, at the start of the day, but I wouldn't drink that of an evening. Coffee's not an evening drink. Neil Fleet, nice to hear from you. Thai Billy Boy, lime and soda is lovely, refreshing drink. Lime and soda. Soda is something that I never ever have. I don't know the script with soda. It's a lovely, refreshing drink. My choice when lime and soda. That sounds good. This is good. We're learning something here. Cheers for that. Let's see. Simon and Siam, gin and tonic. Yeah. Well, I don't really buy tonic. I would have bought gin the other day, except Asda didn't have it and they couldn't deliver it. Oh, okay, thank you for that super chat, RJF. Thank you for that. We all know you love being single. An anchor attack, but you ever close to getting married? Story time. I've tried my whole life trying to piece my life together. So I don't really go into all of that. I don't really go. Maybe one of these days. You wouldn't really want to know my life story. It's not as good as what you might think. It's not exciting. Bilbo Kelso, Ed, the next thing you'll be going vegan. Well, does that mean you got to do without meat and fish and stuff like that? We'll see. We'll see about that. No, no plans for that just yet. Toby Price, are you worried about calories or the liver? Both. Spirits are not good for the liver. Yeah, I know. But beer is better for the liver as it's not so strong. I had some fatty liver issues and stick to beer now. Okay, well, yeah, I am very, very worried about the calories because the calories are, that I was intaking from beer and wine were fairly massive. But yeah, you probably are right. Maybe I should. Well, maybe. Well, whatever. No answers to that. Let's see. Shanley's eat, drink, and be merry. Merry, okay? Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Sandra Taylor, hi Eddie, nice to see you. Nice to hear from you as well, Sandra. I really, really hope all is well. Cheers, nice to hear from you. Let's see. Lester Banks, glass of raw cider vinegar with water before bed. Terrific. What is raw? What is cider vinegar? What is that exactly? Raw cider vinegar. What with water before bed? Terrific. Yeah, but it sounds like it doesn't taste too good. Yeah. Let's see. Lisa Dale, I will come down to Devon and see you soon. Yeah, I've got a couple of cows down here that need milking. Nice to hear from you, Lisa. Nice to hear from you. David Coleman, yes, let's hear about it. No, you don't hear about that. Smashed. Alcohol-free beers and lager are a waste of time. Cat's pee springs to mind. Alcohol-free beers. I know, absolutely. I mean, it's rubbish. I wouldn't bother with that. Let's see. David Coleman agrees, yeah, about that one. Simon has 41. Low sugar cranberry juice is good for you. It's such a sparkling water with it is really nice. This sounds good. This all sounds good. This sounds good. Martin Ryder, a day without beer is a day without sunshine. Fair enough. Seamus Doherty, what's your favourite takeaway to get? Well, I know a very, very good Chinese where I live, and they are superb. A nice beef chow mein. I do like a nice beef chow mein. It's got to be done right. Not everyone does it right, but I know a Chinese near me where they do a lovely beef chow mein. And yeah, absolutely. I never order Indian stuff. Babushka, being vegetarian for 10 years, never felt better. Controls my weight as well. Good for you. Lisa Dale's Gambian lover. Hi, Lisa. Do you know something? I think I've actually met. I've actually met Lisa Dale's Gambian lover. I've actually met him in a bar in Pattaya. Hello, nice to hear from you, mate. Graham Johnson. Are you anywhere near Dawlish, Edwards? Well, not too near. Hopefully not too near, but it's a bit dull. Yeah. Dawlish is it's a nice little town. I wouldn't want to live there. David Coleman, the new girlfriend is here. See you later. Oh, good for you, Dave. David's got a new girlfriend, a nice Philippine girlfriend. Good for you, David. Enjoy. Have a nice evening. Terry Jones, apple cider vinegar is great for all sorts, weight loss, great for digest, and good if you suffer from acid reflux. How do I get hold of apple cider vinegar? What do I ask for? How do I get hold of that? Is that sold in supermarkets or something? Apple cider vinegar. And what is it? Is it actually vinegar or apple cider or what is it? What is that? Okay, wait, great for digestion, good for yourself. Okay. We'll work on all of this. I'll work on all of this. Eastern man, Shirley Temple, which is ginger ale with a splash of grenadine. Rub some barley water. That sounds nice, except ginger ale, I think that's quite high in calories, that is. I think that's high in calories, that one, ginger ale. Richest Rich. Oh yeah, did you put on weight in these trips? That way you're talking calories. My weight's basically stayed the same. And it's basically stayed the same. And I've tried exercising before I went away and all this kind of stuff. I'm always over the I'm always over the 16 stone mark, and it's far. I've got this bloody ridiculous bear belly, and I really need to get down to 13 stone. Yogi Bear. If you have a glass of cranberry juice each day, it stops water infection. Well, what I'll do is, okay, I'll start looking at maybe YouTube videos on this. Which are the healthiest drinks that you can drink which don't have alcohol or massive amounts of calories? I'll have to research all of this. Let's see, Wildcat. If gas comes, the old crowd will be back. Could not catch your lines in Thailand working, but Thai will survive by the looks of it. Mixed grill in the beer garden. Yummy. Yeah, lovely stuff. The beer garden, my old favourite. Let's see, Seamus Doherty. Crispy chicken and Peking sauce is the best. Okay. Fine, sounds lovely. Lewis C. Can buy apple cider in supermarkets. So what is it? Is it alcohol? Is it cider as in cider? Apple cider is yeah. That's alcohol, isn't it? I think we talk about apple cider vinegar. Fergal Healy. When did you get back from Thailand? Seems you had a good time. I had a very, very good time. I was away for 4 months. Action, excitement, adventure all the way. I got back about 3.5 or 2.5 days ago. Toby Price, better to burn out than fade away. Keep rocking. Okay. Yeah, smashed. Apple cider vinegar you can get in Boots the Chemist. Lots of health benefits if you can stomach the taste. Also, it doesn't taste too nice. Okay. Terry Jones, apple cider vinegar is sold in supermarkets. It's great. Do some research on it. You'll be amazed. Okay. Okay, babushka. You can get in supermarkets. It helps you. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Richie Switz, get on a meal replacement shake. So that's 25 kilos. You can still have a beer that works. Okay, no, that's fair enough. Fair enough. If shakes though, I mean, but I still like meals. I still like a nice steak or whatever. Teddy Jones, I want to try Pimmy Chinese in Pattaya. Good. Going to order some to my room on my next visit. Okay, I never ever do that. I never order food to bring to my hotel room. Glenn Wyndham, Eddie, you're going to feel much better stopping the booze for whatever length of time. You've got to give it a week or two. It's not easy initially, but once you get through it, you'll feel great. Well, what it is, when I came home, a couple of days ago, I had 9 bottles of beer in the fridge. I drank 3 of them within the first couple of hours before going to bed, and I drank another one last night. Just one because I really was in the mood. But I've still got 5 bottles in the fridge, and I've no plans to drink them. And I'm not buying any more beer, and I'm not buying wine. So it's going to be hard go. Maybe those 5 bottles in the fridge could be there for emergency, in case I find, in a week or so that I'm here one night and I'm here one night and I start climbing walls, but we'll see. It's not going to be easy. Babushka, used in cooking yet? Okay. Brian Street, nice to hear from you, Brian. Nice to hear from you. Donald Trump, nice to hear from you, mate. Tan the man, how much money did you spend all up in 4 months? Well, I'll do a video on that one. Yeah, Lisa Dale, Eddie, I will help you burn off some calories. Well, I think that is probably an offer that I could refuse, but thanks anyway. Okay, so enough of all of this. Enough of Asda and giving up booze and all that. What's going on in the world? This is the Steady Eddie live channel. What is going on in the world? And okay, let's just get to the nitty gritty. Okay, it's let's just say with Rishi Wishy Washy and Suella Braverman, they're gonna get tough with the illegal immigrants. They're going to do what no man or woman has ever dared to do before. The others, they just talked about it before. They've talked about stopping the dinghies and stopping the illegal immigrants. Whereas these ones, these are actually going to do it. These are actually going to do it. But there's all of these bloody human rights acts, European human rights acts that people are going to pull out of the closet to stop. And I mean, that Rwanda thing, flight day, what a bloody farce that was. It cost millions, all the planning that went into it. And that one asylum seeker was flown out to Rwanda. So it's all a bit of a farce. So with regards to Rishi-Washi and Suella Braverman, this time we're really, really, really going to do it. Well, my attitude is I'll believe it when I see it. Simple as that, okay? But as for, how can we phrase this one now? How can we phrase this one? Okay. Let's see. How can we phrase this one? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Create a banner. Okay. How can I phrase this one? How can I phrase this one? But let's just put it like this. Okay, something like that. It goes something like that. It goes something like that. So the big question is, should filthy rich TV presenters just keep their mouths shut about political issues? Okay? Should they just carry on presenting whatever they're presenting and shut the bloody mouths or whatever? Okay, let's see. Okay, John. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. John Quayle. I just read this on Google. The acetic acid present in it is known to reduce belly fat. Oh, that's good. That's okay. Thanks for that. Anyway. Okay, Martin Ryder. I think Richie is bad. Labour will have an open door immigration policy. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see Rishi and Suella put the money where the mouth is. Okay. Brian Street. Oh, and the Eurovision Song Contest in Liverpool. Oh my God, we'll talk about that on another time. Yogi Bear. Lineker is a disgrace. There are British citizens on the streets, and if you come here in a rubber boat, you get put in a hotel and they give them pocket money. It's wrong. Total wrong. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Martin Ryder. If they paid millions by the taxpayers, then yeah. Well, I'm tempted to say, yeah. Okay, this is good. Okay, the argument is that Lineker is paid by the taxpayers. Is that totally correct? I mean, he apparently works for the private company, so I don't know if he works directly for the BBC, but he's yeah, that's probably true. If they're paid by the taxpayers, yeah, they should keep their mouths shut. But Lineker, it's all getting bizarre. I mean, Lineker is just making a fool of himself. I mean, he's not making himself look good. People are laughing at him. People are laughing at Lineker. I mean, what people are saying, okay, let all the dinghy people come into the country. Okay, they can all bloody stay at his house then. I don't want them living next door to me. I want them to stay in Lineker's. If he's prepared to put them all up in his house, I mean, he's just become laughable. I think he should have just stick to football and talking about football. But then again, something else tells me, what about freedom of speech? Everyone should have freedom of speech. And, he's just making a fool of himself. I don't think he's doing any real harm. I think he's just making a fool of himself. And he's giving the rest of us something to laugh about. Chaz Brown, yes, Gary Lineker, keep out and shut up. Okay. Yeah, what's that? Leicester Banks. The boats are full of single Albanian males, 20 to 30 years, ready and primed for criminal enterprise. Yeah, oh, sounds about right. In case you were in another country like Canada or America or whatever, and you don't know what this is all about, one of our most famous British footballers, Gary Lineker, who has since gone on to become a TV presenter, earning £1.4 million a year, the highest paid presenter on the BBC, for which the rest of us pay a license fee. Of course, he's come out and said that Rishi Sunak's and Suella Braverman's policy of returning all the immigrants, all the illegal immigrants, it's terrible. And he said he's compared it to what happened in the 1930s in Germany, all this kind of stuff. And basically, he's just making a fool. Let the guy speak. Let him speak, because he's just making a fool of himself. He's making himself a laughing stock. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Graham Johnson, in the media, you sing the songs of the owners. Okay, yeah. That's probably the case with with Murdoch and all that, isn't it? Terry Jones, Gary Lineker does my head in. I can't bear him. He is weak and wet, and I'm an Everton fan. Okay. Brian Street, freedom of speech, Citizen Smith, power to the people. Let's see, freedom of speech. Let's see, Sandra Taylor. I guess we can have free space so they can. Don't particularly like Lineker though. Free space so they. Yeah, everyone's. I mean, the thing is, if he was mouthing off about an issue which should be kept top secret, like what Harry done when he revealed how many people he'd killed in Afghanistan. Now that is far, far, far more serious. That is dreadful what Harry done. He really, really overstepped the mark by revealing, he's a soldier. He's supposed to keep quiet about that. Whereas Lineker's just making himself look like a bumbling fool. He's giving us, the rest of us, something to laugh about. Martin Ryder TV license, but that's another issue there. Lewis C. Freedom of speech. He said it on Twitter, not Match of the Day. Yeah, that's fair comment. That's fair comment. Mark Harmon. Hi, Ed. When you're back in Thailand, I'm Mark Harmon. Thank you for that super chat, Mark Harmon. Hi, when you're back in Thailand, I'm back there in May. It'll be later in the year. It will be quite a way away yet. I've had me fun. So there's other things that I want to do in the meantime. But I'm sure it'll be well. Good luck to you anyway. Thanks for that super chat, and I'm sure you'll have a great time. Wildcat 66. My comment had disappeared on my big screen telly. Still on my phone though. What does that? Does that mean that we are entering the Twilight Zone? You are now entering the Twilight Zone. Okay. What about how much have I drank up to now? Okay, let's see. Brian C. He's a freelancer, not the ones I know. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Leicester Banks. Send the Albanians to Coal Town. Let them take their chances with the serial killer. Ooh, that's not entirely the most tasteful comment I've heard all night. Smashed. He could house family of 4 in all those years of his. Okay. Yeah, Lisa Dale's Gambian lover. Yes, we met Eddie. We can team up on Lisa sometime. To be honest with you, mate, I think the pair of us will get lost up here. She's wider than the bloody Mersey Tunnel and the Channel Tunnel. Eastern man, apple cider vinegar is made fermented apple juice, which is fermented to make cider. Then a bacteria is added to convert the alcohol to vinegar. Okay, thanks for that. I've got to investigate this. Thank you for that. My World War videos. Eddie, enjoyed your videos the last few months. Did you record them all using your Oppo? Almost them all, yeah. Almost all. I just found it to be most convenient, to be honest with you. Let's see, Yogi Bear. I think we should send him the bill of 7 million per day and listen to him moan then. That is a good idea. Okay, he can not only house them, but can also bloody pay the bills as well. Absolutely. Okay, Gorilla in Manila. Not sure about the immigrants, but I'd have Gary Lineker deported forthwith. Okay, the thing is, the things that we say are wrong. We say the royal family from all the shenanigans that they've got on. Fergie sucking the toes of their financial advisor and all this kind of stuff. But come on, we still want to know about it because we all want a bloody good laugh at the end of the day. A lot of the members of the royal family are laughable, and Gary Lineker has become laughable. We want a good laugh. I hope he puts his foot in it again so we can have another bloody good laugh. Yeah, let's see. Martin Ryder, a breach of BBC Code of Ethics. Okay, fair comment, fair comment. Let's see. Yogi Bear, Harriet can't come back. He's got no home. The Kings took it off and give it to Andrew. Okay. Apparently, Harry and Meghan have been invited to the coronation, haven't they? I heard that they have been actually invited. Eastern man, why do people who want open borders live in homes with locks, burglar alarms, and cameras and think they should be able to dictate who can and can't enter and that they can't tell people to leave? Very, very good comment, mate. Very, very good comment there. Absolutely. I'll tell you the bloody story about that. Do you know something? I some years ago, I traveled through Colombia as part of my South American adventure. And I stopped off in the town of Cali. I'd been to a couple of other smaller towns before, but I stopped off in the town of Cali in Colombia, and it was a nice. The area it was actually in a private house I was staying, and it was in like a kind of residential street, and there were some bars, where not a long way away, and I stopped off in this house. This private house, and it was owned by, would you believe, a Scouser? No. He wasn't a Scouser. He wasn't. No, he wasn't. He was an Englishman. He was a big Liverpool fan. He had pictures of Liverpool Football Club, and he was a really chatty. He was obsessive football. He was from another part of England, but he was a big Liverpool fan. And his missus was Spanish, and they had a child and all that. And he'd settled there, and he rebuilt the house and everything. And he was a really, really nice guy. But he kept saying to me, whenever I mentioned, "Is this area safe?" He kept saying, "Yeah, Colombia's safe. Don't listen to what people have told you. Colombia is safe. Cali's safe. Colombia is safe. Don't listen to the rumors, what people tell you." And he kept saying, "You can have a walk around. Everything's safe. Not a problem in the world." And I thought, really, really, really? And your house is safe and everything's safe, safe, safe? Okay. Then how come he built his house like a fortress? There were big locks and bars on the windows. There were even on the balcony, the upstairs balcony, there was bloody big bars on the balcony. You can sit in the balcony, but there was big bars, and he built his house like an absolute fortress. He put a sign on it. He said, "Residents, do not open this door at night time, without looking through the window first, and or do not open this at any time. Yeah, it's safe. Your house is Colombia is safe. Your house is safe. Yeah." It's how come you built it like a bloody fortress? Tells another story. Anyway, where was I there? Where was I? Let's see. Seamus Doherty. Ever heard that James O'Brien fellow on LBC is far too liberal for me? I think I've seen him fleetingly. Toby Price, good night to you. Brian Street. Agreed. A big shout out to all your videos over the past few months. Cheers. Okay, thanks for that, Brian. Much appreciated. Smashed. Everyone is allowed to speak their mind, but being preached to by the rich entitled celebs It's just virtue signal. Oh yeah, oh virtue, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, he's oh, he wants to be seen to be the nice guy. What are Lineker's motives? What are really his motives in all of this? He's got a great football career. He's filthy rich. He's got a highly paid job. He doesn't want for anything. What are his motives in all of this? Does he really believe what he's saying? Does he really? I'd tell you what. I mean, if you plonk Gary Lineker and force him to live in an area where there's loads of illegal immigrants, and they're bloody intimidating the neighborhood, and they are assaulting the women, and all the neighbors are up in arms about all the illegals. Crime has risen about 500% in that neighborhood since all the immigrants came there. Yeah, would Gary Lineker still saying the same thing? Would he still open his front door and say, "Come on in, guys, and the whole lot of you can come into my"? Would he still be saying that? What are his motives? What are his motives? It just seems like a load of bollocks, really. Let's see. Lester Banks. Gary Lineker couldn't replace Harry in the. Gary Lineker could replace Harry in the royal family. He's got the age. Yeah, I know what you mean, mate. He could be Charles' son. He could, yeah. Graham Johnson. Funny thing is, I haven't had any jokes on Facebook about Gary Lineker. Well, he's a joke himself, isn't he? Let's see. Wildcats. Get Lineker to house 13-year-old Albanian boys in his mansion and watch them traffic women. Okay. Let's see. Russ. What time at night did TT Country closing? Because I'm having a late evening. Probably late. I don't know what time. London cab. London cab. I picked up Gary Lineker in my cab once. What a miserable sod. His ears stuck out so much. I thought he left my back doors open when he got out. Welcome home, Eddie. Okay, thanks for that, mate. Lisa Dale's Gambian lover. I do not like jug ears Lineker. Okay. Yogi Bear, Ed, everyone is going on about these poor refugees that are coming from a safe country, and the EU are turning a blind eye to them travelling across Europe to get here as they not want them. Well, the reason they're bloody coming to England is because we're a soft touch country, aren't we? They're getting things here that they can't get in other European countries, like hotels and meals and an allowance every day. And they're also getting Gary Lineker to speak on their behalf. Seamus O'Doherty. I'm sure History Debunk made a video about Gary Lineker. Oh, I'll have to watch that one then. I'll have to check that one out. Bilbao Kelso. Ed, it's snowing in Manchester. Well, hopefully it makes the place look a bit better. Okay? Just a joke to any man. Just a joke. Okay, Graham Johnson, Russ, UK, TT closed at 9 p.m. Okay, thanks for that info. Anyway, Graham. Okay, so should filthy rich TV presenters just keep their mouths shut about political issues? Probably technically they should, but in a way, I wish they didn't because come on, and if there's a news item on the TV about Gary Lineker, aren't you going to watch it? You're going to say, no, I don't want to watch that because, I want him to keep his mouth. No, you still want to watch it out of the curiosity, don't you? It's a laugh. It's a farce. Anything that puts a smile on you. Nobody takes Gary Lineker seriously. No one. And he's probably intelligent enough to know that. He's just making a see you next Tuesday out of himself. Who's that? Simon Eyes. Yeah, Simon, got to go, Eddie. Night shift beckons. I'll catch you with the rest of the stream tomorrow. All the best, mate. Good to see you. Okay, cheers, mate. Thank you for that. Have a nice evening, mate. Wildcat 66. They've moved Albanians near me to a private estate. The council brought the unsold houses on it. It's a shithole and no go area now. Sorry for the. Oh, it gets worse, doesn't it? It gets worse. Well, sometimes you just have to laugh, don't you? I mean, I'm not laughing at Asda because I was really peed off about it, but I am laughing at, Gary Lineker. let's see, Terry Jones. Lineker's motive is that he is scared of the woke mob. He's a millionaire entitled white male who wants for nothing, and he is scared of the left going for him, so he tries to be one of them. Really? Okay, okay. So he's scared of the woke mob. I don't know. It doesn't make, it's, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I still don't know what his real motives are. I still, it just, you really, really, really want to live up to his nice guy image. Because right now, no one thinks Gary Lineker is making a nice guy of himself. I think they're just making he's just making a CUNT, a see you next Tuesday of himself. That's basically all he's making of himself. Chaz Brown, just remember, if this mass illegal invasion isn't sorted, a further 30-odd million will be on the way. I mean, after 30-odd million, the world's got a problem. The world has got a problem. The world population has risen probably about 4 billion 30 years ago to about 7 billion today or something like that. Something like that. The problem is that people are having children in third world countries or backward countries where they can't afford to feed them or look after them. So what are they having children for? I mean, don't forget, a lot of these 20-year-old asylum seekers who are coming in on dinghies, they were born 20 years ago into families and countries that couldn't look after them. I mean, so they shouldn't have been bloody born in the first place. They really, I mean, I watched on the news yesterday, this man, I don't know if he was from Iran or Iraq, he was an asylum seeker. He was whinging about he needed to get to Britain because he hadn't seen his family and his children for years, and he needed desperately. What was he bloody having children for in the first place? If he couldn't afford to have children, what's he having? He should have kept his willy in his pants. If all of these people having children in third world countries would just keep the willy in the pants, then we wouldn't have this problem. There's too many people being born into countries that can't afford to look after them. This is the problem, and it's not getting any better. We're getting millions of illegals. We're probably going to get tens of millions before you know it. Sandra Taylor, a reporter spoke to some of the people coming over in boats. She said what their plans were and asked, would it stop you coming? They said no. No, they're not coming. As long as we're ringing the dinner bell for them, as long as we're giving them hotels and food and it's clear, isn't it, that all the other countries are not a soft touch the way that we are, Okay. Brian Street, Fatboy Slim, nice to see you back. Okay, cheers. Yogi Bear, for me, he's just abused his position. For me, he's just made a tosser of himself. Oh, shame. Yeah, I heard about this. Lineker said one time he suffered racism as a kid because of it. Oh, Jesus. God almighty. Martin Ryder, Serco were begging for landlords for the dinghy divers. I called them to waste their time and they invited me an all expenses conference in Stoke. Oh, gee, it wouldn't surprise me. Seamus Doherty, is Suella Braverman a Roger or a Dodger? I don't know. I think that's a Dodger. That she's too aggressive for one thing. I don't like aggressive women. Let me see. Smashed. It's become a new trend with celebs telling everyone how holy and now they are. Don't remember Des Lyman commenting on social issues. No. He was just a slimy. Yeah, I thought he was a bit of a snide. He was like a snidey double glazing salesman. Yeah, I didn't like him. Okay. Whittaker wins Stanley. These celebrities like Lineker get a tap on the shoulder by people up high up in government to have these politically correct outbursts, I'm sure. Oh, they're all up each other's ass. That's for sure. Boris Johnson, oh God Almighty, Gary Lineker complained about World Cup being in Qatar because of human rights, but still went to Qatar and presented there and took the money. Gary Lineker, everything wrong with Great Britain. Yeah. Yours travels. Ed, get yourself back to Southeast Asia and retire, buddy. £300 a month for a nice condo in John TM. Then travel when you want. We'll see about it. We'll see about it. I mean, retirement. I've still got things going on here back in the UK. If I lived there all the time, I don't think it'll be the same. We'll see about it. We'll see about it. But thanks for your info anyway, mate. Let me see. Wildcat, the super rich are the people messing this country up on both sides of the political divide. Well, they don't care because they've got enough money, haven't they? Okay, Eastern man, Gary Lineker, yeah, whatever. Yeah, okay. There's all kinds of hypocrisy going on there. All kinds of hypocrisy. Okay. Stacey Turner. Hi, Eddie. Bet you hate being back in the UK. I'm back and retired in 10 weeks with the hobby. I don't hate being back in the UK because I've had me fun. I've been away for 4 months. I've travelled. I've had my winter travels. I pity the poor people here who haven't managed to get away this winter time. I've been stuck because England is really depressing in the winter time. After 4 months, I've had my fun. So no. I've still got things to do. I'm sitting here doing a live stream. I'm going to have a nice meal. After this finishes, I'm going to have a steak. I'm going to have a nice steak. No, I'm doing okay. And I will return. But anyway, back in Poseidon in 10 weeks. Good for you anyway. Have a lovely time anyway. Have a lovely time. Brian Street, by all accounts, the smugglers are in the UK racking the money in and renting top property. Yeah. I still can't figure out how these desperately poor people in these, other countries can afford $5,000 a piece to pay to the smuggler. I mean, where did he get that money from? I mean, your average Joe in England hasn't got bloody $5,000 in his back pocket. Martin Ryder, book yourself to a Buddhist temple for 3 months and eat it. Oh, no thanks. Not for me, mate. Not for me. Stacey Turner, oh, bless you, Ed. Just got home out of the bad weather with all my patience. Thanks to you. Thank you, Eddie. Okay, you rest well and have a lovely evening, Stacey. Have a lovely evening. And look forward to that lovely time in Poseidon. I'm sure you're going to love it. Eastern man, we're not leaving the ECHR, so nothing is the European Court of Human Rights, okay? Apparently we signed for something in 1951, and whenever we try and do anything like this, then they're going to pull that bloody document out of their hat, aren't they? I mean, Nigel Farage always goes on about this. This is what I mean. Suella and Rishi are saying this time we're really, 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 really going to do. I know the last lot and the ones before them, Cameron and all the other ones, they all said we're going to end illegal immigration. But these are really going to do. I believe it when I see it. Believe it when I see it. Yours travels. No, I hated coming home. I was constantly watching vlogs and lives. Actually lasted 2 months. I'm back 29th of March and I'm back in November for a 4-month trip. I'm hooked. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Okay. Well, Thailand's still a great country, obviously. So obviously you're loving it there. So well done, mate. Anyway. Smashed. The rubber dinghy sellers are the only ones enjoying the current UK situation. Martin Ryder, Serco were often top guaranteed rental income, 6-year contracts, free maintenance and management. No wonder landlords are tempted. No, yeah, it's all It's like I'm all right, Jack, as long as they're making the bloody money. Lewis C, your hero, Churchill. Is Churchill my hero? I never said that. Your hero, Churchill, set up the ECHR. Really? Lester Bangs. The money is often advanced by the gangs already in the UK. The migrants then work to pay off their passage via criminal enterprise. Okay. Yeah, the money is often advanced by gangs already in the UK. The migrants then work to pay off their passage via criminal enterprise. I actually know somebody. I mean, I didn't know it at the time, but it's been revealed to me, a guy that I knew from an Eastern European country. And, you know, a senior man, not a young man, a man who was around about my age, or near enough to it. He was actually a victim of slavery. Sounds bloody awful, but he was forced to work in a car wash, and he was kept there in terrible conditions, working in a car wash in the UK. And because he had to pay the gangs this money. I've actually met the guy, and he seemed a very, very cheerful guy. So thankfully, he'd come on since then and got himself a proper job here in the UK. But that's just there's probably, as for slavery, and oh Jesus, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I mean, I wonder, you know, does bloody big ears Lineker think of these things before he opens his mouth? Yeah. Okay, things. Lineker's presented on TV is only a pastime for him. His business is hacking up, so he could, yeah, okay. Oh, they've all got enough money. Martin Ryder, Isabel Oakeshott, Roger O'Dodger. That's that blonde TV. Oh, yeah, oh, definitely a Roger. That's a Roger from me. Sexy, sexy, sexy woman. Very, very cool. Very cool. Okay, yours is having a chat with Wildcat about condos. The 300 quid, 12,000 baht condos in Jam TM are the new modern bedrooms. More high-end kitchen bath, but yes, you get nice ones for 8,000 baht. Okay. Well, Andrew Johnson, who was in the chat on the other channel, he's given me a site about condos. So I will be checking that out before I next go there. Anyway, we've waffled on a little bit. I've done 2 live streams tonight. I'm going to end this one now. It's only over. This was just an introduction to get the Steady Eddie channel moving again. But this will be a regular. This will be regular. What we'll do is Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 10 p.m. Because 10 p.m. was the winning time when I'd done that little poll. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 10 p.m. Because what else is going on through the week? I mean, what the hell else is going on? So I'll be back on Monday with a brand new Steady Eddie live. And of course, it'll be bigger, brighter, and better than ever. I will, when I get around to it, I will get myself a proper green screen, because this is a bit, you know, wacky, this one, you know. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. I'll see you on Monday evening at 10 o'clock. So in the meantime, have a lovely weekend. Lovely weekend. Is the chat coming to an end? Let's see. Have a lovely weekend, guys. Eat, drink, and be merry. You know, I'm not going to be drinking much, but I'm going to have a lovely meal tonight anyway. And I'll be back on Monday evening at 10 o'clock on the Steady Eddie channel. Have a lovely weekend once again, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.